Hi, everybody. It's Don, and this is me giving you my weekly updates and wins. This is something I look forward to every Friday. I'm going to get a certain number of things off my to-do list. I get to do this video, which is always why it comes at the end of the day on Friday. Um, this has been a fun week. I started this week by cutting my own hair. That was terrifying, and it went pretty well. I think the best compliment I'd gotten is that people didn't know I had cut my own hair, which means I probably didn't do that bad a job. I am looking forward to being able to have someone else do that. But that was pretty fun. I taught my heavy bag who was boss in my garage, and that was pretty fun. And now my hips are all messed up. But they'll get better, and that heavy bag won't be talking back to me anymore. I did some webinars this week with a couple other people from Global Campus about how to do alternative forms of assessment, which really a fancy way of saying is how to assess students' learning other than giving them exams with proctors. So we're kind of excited to see creatively how people can, not only during the global pandemic that we're all in, but beyond that, I think about other ways to get students to demonstrate their learning. And I'm getting to try some of those in my classes right now, and that's been kind of cool. Also kind of toward that end, we're starting to think about what happens in the fall, because we're not sure, are we going to be remote? Are we going to be, this kind of blended model where we're partially online and partially in person in our classes? I know that I'm missing face-to-face classes. So much so, I actually had a dream last night that I was teaching a face-to-face class, and it was a room, and some of you were there, and I had a whiteboard and a marker. I didn't even have PowerPoint, and it was amazing. So I'm missing that face-to-face connection that we have in classes. But for the fall, we're kind of wondering what's going to happen. And for the summer, we've already gone all online for our classes then too. So I'm part of a team that has put together an online teacher training course to help people learn to teach online, which is amazing because up until a couple of weeks ago, I had never done anything like that. So that's been kind of cool to see my skill set grow in that regard. Um, We've got projects going forward. We have really cool research. We're writing manuscripts, and it's a really cool way that I can vent some of those creative needs and innovative needs that I have. And it's also a way to create a connection between all of us. I've loved seeing, I think, almost all of you on Zoom this week, and getting to have those connections with us, to just talk about what's going on, to commiserate about whether or not Carol Baskin fed her husband to tigers, or those kind of things. It's been really cool, and I've really enjoyed that. And one of the things that I'm really excited that we get to do this week is, for the first time in a couple of months, well, it feels like a couple of months, probably not quite that long, but the first time and more time than it could have been, we put out an Engage the Stage video yesterday. And I'm going to include that in the link to the email that I send you about this so you can watch it. But it's basically how to engage yourself when you're teaching at home. And I think some of those recommendations work for students trying to learn at home as well. But I think one of the things, and you've heard me say this before if you've been listening, is that we got to have purpose. We got to do things that we find valuable and fulfilling every day. And one of the things that I am very, very grateful for is the opportunity to work with all of you. The connections that I have with you, the projects that we work on, the Zoom meetings that we have, just the fun that we have together. This is all helping me stay sane during the time that we have right now. So we're getting the stuff done. I'm still teaching. You're still learning. We're working on projects together, and this has been awesome. It's going to continue to be awesome, even though it's different. So I'm looking forward to seeing your wins and updates and the videos that you're sending out with your weekly reports. I'm looking forward to seeing you in Zoom, and I'm looking forward to doing all the things all the time. So we'll see you in the next couple of days. I hope all is well.